What's up guys, it's Mike with Shallow Reefing, coming back at you with another video, and today it's a snow day, which means Mom and Dad woke up early, Mommy went back to bed because she's super pregnant, not feeling really well, which means Daddy and Daniel get to play and mess around with stuff. He keeps looking at my little light. You want to touch the button? You gonna turn it off? Oh, the light actually does something. You gonna push it? Yes. And he may not be feeling well. He's been kind of grumpy this morning. So we'll see how much this little guy helps me with this video. So let's get into it. Yes, I know it's not much snow right now, but they called off work because of snow. Not much here in Tennessee, but I know all my northerners are gonna be like, this is no snow. I understand. I'm from Ohio too. So in today's video, I'm gonna be setting up my battery backup that my brother got me for Christmas. Thanks, Corey. And then my wife ended up buying me these little battery brackets. So these are like for your power bricks. You can mount them anyway and they'll hold them. So I'm gonna be mounting both of these up to a new DIY board. So this corner is kind of a mess. Thanks for turning off my light, Daniel. We're gonna be donating these toys, but because his toys are over here, he likes to come over and mess with this stuff. And he pulls out all these power bricks and everything. So I have an extra cut of my expanded PVC foam board, and I'm gonna be mounting everything to that. So I'm gonna kind of lay out an idea of how I want everything to be, and then we'll get started. I might be second guessing my decision on letting him try to work with me. He always steals my stuff. I think he thinks it's like a trident or something because he likes to run around with it like he's Aquaman or whatever. Maybe a pitchfork, maybe something like that. So let's do a quick unboxing of the IceCap battery backup version 3. I believe I had the version 1 on my 80-gallon shallow reef, and I needed a backup, and it's gonna be perfect for those octo pulses. So thank you for turning on and off the light. Quick manual, shows you how to set it up. Nothing big. You got your power supply with the wall wart, your connector cable, another connector cable with the pigtails, and you got your battery. So not much in the box to speak of, but we'll get to, you know, how you set it up in a bit. But let's see. I got a couple places where I can mount it on the sides. Oops, right there. So I'm gonna try to lay everything out that I want on a board, and we'll see how it goes. So these little brackets are from Maple Frag Corals, or Maple Frags. I'll put the link down below. It's kind of like an Etsy thing, and they were like 10 bucks each, and they even came with little screws. I believe it's from Canada. So one of the things is, thank you, Daniel. I need to go and reduce the screw size because this is not long enough or not thick enough to put this screw in. As you can see, it'll kind of stick up that much. So I have 1/2-inch screws I'm gonna put in. I'm really questioning my decision to get you involved in this. Yes. My plan is to have a layout something like this. Now I'm measuring it out because I can't just, you know, throw this on here willy-nilly, because I have to route all that stuff and put it in this tiny space that's about 6 to 8 inches behind my tank. And as you can see, I go back a foot and then it will hit those pipes at about 24 inches off the ground. So they need to be 12 inches away and 24 inches from the ground. Do you have to make this mess? Mommy's gonna think I can't do parenting because you keep destroying everything when she's asleep. So pretty much I just have to move these puppies down about 4 inches, and then I got more than enough room from the bottom. I want to kind of keep it in this layout because it's going to be really easy to kind of wire everything with the battery backup. And my son is now doing something in the kitchen. I kind of had to put everything up and stop what I was doing because my son decided to cause total chaos everywhere and about break everything. And over the course of 3.5 hours, 4 hours, this is how much snow has fallen, and it's still coming down. So probably a good thing that they canceled, you know, work. So this is a setup I came up with. I'm gonna put all the power bricks on here and kind of tidy it up and push it against the wall and see how it looks. Well, that wasn't too bad at all. Those brackets here are actually really nice and easy to put on. I mean, you can barely tell that they're there, even though there's the nice blue one. So everything's nice and tucked away. Set up the battery backup. It's pretty easy. The instructions are super straightforward. Connected it to the battery to the outlet. Connected the power supply to the battery. Then I connected the fan, or not the fan, the pump to it. So they have like a little wire that, you know, I'm using the J-Bow SCP 150 as a backup. I don't know, we'll see if that's a good decision in the long run, just seeing if that pump can make it. I'd rather have the octopulses, but let's see. The octopulses are currently, all the Reef Octopus stuff is in like these little caddies that are hanging in the back, and I don't feel like digging that out. So we're gonna be stuck with this, or I don't know, I think that's gonna be a pretty nice solution. The main thing I want this to be is, you know, nice and tidy. Well, you know, be as tidy as it can possibly be with all this crap. And I had to reroute some of my cords in here because they weren't reaching. So yeah, this now looks like a rat's nest because they ought to go to the side as opposed to going through the back. And I had to move a couple of these things around and rename outlets. That's kind of been a little bit of a larger project than I was hoping for. All right, Reef manufacturer. Piece of equipment, please make the cords longer. I'm so tired of like short little dinky cords. I'm sure they're fine for like, you know, 45 gallon tanks, 75 gallon tanks, but you've got a 6-foot tank and you have to do all this management. You have all these pieces of equipment. It takes forever to get this stuff routed and then they're not long enough. So try to make your cords a little bit longer. I'd much appreciate it. I think I complain about that a lot. I do, because my cord management sucks. And just like that, you can't even tell it's there. You come around the corner, and you can kind of see that I made another control board this way. Now, I don't think that that battery is too close to the, you know, the drains and everything like that. Let's go around the other side and see exactly where that battery is. So the battery's right there, and the drains are here. So it's not too far away. It's kind of close, but I have my lid on this, and those pipes, you know, no water is backing up in there, and there's no splashing. When I do my water changes, I do them in that section. So I'm pretty confident that nothing bad will happen to that battery or any of those pieces of equipment. I love this little thing that I built. I kind of wish I would have done it a little bit better. I would have put more holes in here. All right, so let's talk about the tank and, you know, why I did all the cable management and the battery backup. It's because it's winter time. And I need to kind of think about safety for the tank, especially with, you know, my toddler who likes to come over here and rummage around. So now that these are up and out of the way, everything should be good. One of the things I'm debating on doing is focusing on the sand bed and all this algae. Now, I've started the refugium back online and I've dosed Vibrant, but you can kind of see, and I do water changes and I suck it out, but you can kind of see that, you know, I have high nitrate and phosphate. Now I'm detecting almost zero for both, which means I do have some excess, and then the algae is going to be consuming it, and that's why it's growing. What I'm going to try to do is try to reduce some of my feedings, feed a little bit less. Oh look, my tank's actually eating some of the algae. Thank God you're doing something. Jeez. Wherever that fire fin is, he's in the back. He's not pulling his weight. At least the purple tank's doing something. So I'm cutting down on the feeding. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to change out my carbon and put some Phosguard in there because I have a bunch of Phosguard left over, and I'm going to be dosing Vibrant actually right after I get done with this video. So hopefully that will get rid of some of the algae. Now I thought just kind of adding more flow would kind of kick up the detritus and move it all through the tank, but that doesn't seem to be working, and there's still algae in here. So adding extra flow hasn't really helped me yet, but I think I'm going to have to come at it in a multifaceted approach. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a sand mountain that got kicked up, and there's a Hollywood Stunner chalice underneath that I kind of knocked off. It's huge. It's about the size of the palm of my hand. I'm going to have to go in and save that, maybe today after I'm done. With all that being said, I'm going to be cutting back on my AB Plus and my flatworm stop and coral booster. I haven't even started that yet because I'm afraid to add that to the tank and give it more fuel for this algae to grow. Hoping the Kato in the refugium is going to do something, because right now this battle is been going on for a while now, probably about a month. Ever since I took the refugium offline because I didn't like cleaning it. Hindsight's 2020, I should have just kept it on because it was keeping all the algae out of the main display. But now, because of my stupid error, I gotta go from ground zero and start it all over again. Alright guys, that's all I got for you this time. If you like my video on a battery backup and managing my cables, let me know. Hopefully I gave you some ideas on what to do. You know, if you really want to kind of get things up off the ground, I will leave links into the description below about the frag, is it maple frags, I believe, or yeah, maple frags, coral. They have, you know, 3D printed power brackets for like 10 bucks. You know, it's one of the cheapest ones out there and the shipping wasn't bad at all. I think it came from Canada. And the battery backup. I'll probably do a long-term review on the battery backup in a little bit. Just seeing how, you know, long I can run a pump off of it. So guys, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, click the subscribe button, give me a like, and give me a comment on how you think I'm doing with the tank, and if there's any, you know, advice that you guys have for managing this algae down there. Leave it in the comments below and let me know. I'll see you later.